and have honest to God conversation. The way I like to describe it is we've lit up a small wind down fire. We've all cuddled up, bundled up around it, and then we're just having honest to God conversations. Remember that this particular hour is going to be live on YouTube, on Radio Generation Kenya. It's going to be live on Facebook. Our X Live is still going strong from 7 p.m. all the way till 10 p.m. So if you want to see who the guest is before I introduce her, you can just kimbia pale X, search Radio KE, click on the pinned tweet, and then you can be able to see the surprise.
Yeah, and you might need to see her.
You definitely have to.
Well.
Before I introduce her, just know this studio has never smelled this nice ever.
Checking natural hair, maze.
It has never smelled this. It's smelling like roses, and it's.
Wanasemanga aje yani, it's like angel wings yani. Unajua it's just an aura yani.
Yeah. Before even I saw her, because I was here with you, I could just feel her presence.
You know what?
There's some people who have that energy. They have that aura.
Yeah,
man. And the good Lord has been able to bring this big guest into this studio.
The good Lord has shined the light on us today. Let's
nyota. Achana na ya president. Hii nyota imetoka directly kwa Mungu. Without further ado, I won't continue to keep you guys waiting. I'm going to introduce the guest tonight. Remember, we're going to be here all the way till 9 on this open mic hour. So please huddle up, get around this wind down fire, get a cold drink, get a warm drink. We're going to have a very fun conversation tonight on the show, on the wind down. We're joined by Yvonne, better known online as Aunty Social. Nilimpeyo jina by the a pan-African feminist and digital content creator whose work is all about amplifying African feminist voices and reclaiming narratives from a place of dignity. Through the platform on TikTok and Instagram, she weaves together conversations on fashion, lifestyle, travel, and social justice, using her influence to mobilize a new generation of African women who are bold, thoughtful, and unapologetically feminist. She's passionate about decolonizing communication and spotlighting feminist stories that celebrate identity, joy, and agency. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and help me welcome the one, the only Yvonne Aunty Social.
Yeah.
Karibu sana. Hiyo jina royalties by the way. Nilikuwa nimefikiria hiyo jina before.
Aunty Social.
And then nikakumbuka mimi si dem. It was a name.
What business do you have thinking of Aunty Social?
No, it was a fun name. And then nikaanza kuona ingiani na Ndirangu.
Yeah.
Now my constituents.
So unasema just like black man, you might need some royalty from Aunty Social.
But nimeongea na yetu. Karibu sana.
Umeona na kando.
Asante. Hebu speak into the mic. Watu wanafaa kusikia.
Mnanisikia?
Yeah.
Tumaliza kwa hii studio. Na ndo tumeanza.
Mnaweza gas up.
Hakuna tunakugasa paje, si hata wewe uko na kioo, si unaona?
Si hata yeye anaona.
Si uko na mapua, si unanusa kwani? But karibu sana. Welcome to the Wind Down Show. We are very honored to have you here. As I told you earlier when you were outside there, Maze, I have never traveled so much in a day like today. Nilifanya makosa nikasema, you know what, let me do due diligence. Acha niingie kwa profile ya guest, ni scroll
the stockeration. Wacha nifungue file ya Aunty Social.
Hii passport yangu sinianze kuandika shopping list sasa kwa hizi mapages. What am I doing with this passport? Mara niko kuuliza, does your fridge have space for any more magnetic sticker ya any country?
A lot.
Unaanza kutoa gani sasa? Zimbabwe, hizi African countries.
You're basically saying you're well traveled.
I can't say I am well traveled.
We are saying.
No, we
are saying I'm well traveled. Okay, cool. I'll take it.
Tell us a bit about your traveling escapades. Like, how did that start?
Yeah, so 17 countries so far.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
Of course, counting Kenya. Tembea Kenya. I started traveling when I joined my first NGO, like 2019. First country out, Ethiopia, and then did 3 countries. COVID happened.
What's the 3?
Ethiopia, then Zambia, then South Africa.
Okay.
It was because it was a regional NGO, so it was mostly, the travel was mostly African countries, and then once in a while maybe outside.
You work in the NGO space?
I do.
Or would you tell us what you do for the NGOs, how you get to travel?
Okay, I do digital comms, digital communication.
Nice.
My background is not if when you say background, it means school. I did not study marketing or communications, honestly. It just started with Kierere on Twitter. Someone gave me that job. So coming from an agency, I worked for an agency 4 years. Then I just applied for this job, and for the tuseme nyota
nyota ya Mungu,
nyota iling'aa.
Yeah, they were looking for someone more strategic rather than someone who has been in the space. So they wanted someone who has a marketing background.
Check it, look who's strategic. It is Yvonne. Go ahead.
So yeah, that's how I got that job. Contractual, of course, but it always came. Unajua fund ikitokea imetokea kuna, so happened to be there up until COVID happened. And COVID ili happen, funny story ni I was going to New York. New York was my dream city. Unajua visa kupata ni hard. Na visa nilipata like kuna nilipoa visa alafu akanitumia email like rudish, chukua passport yako tukupei visa. So I had to reapply, not to reapply, they wanted some few answers to some questions, answered them, then they gave me back. So planned everything including flight, flight, accommodation, nini. COVID happened and the work conference, it's a UN conference, happens every International Women's Day. Ika cancel a week before the travel.
Cheki mazeu ya schedule kwenda Big Apple. How they call it.
Unabuy nguo za winter juu unajua hizo ni winter inaingia spring.
Video upige hizo manni.
Waka cancel. Alafu that time Brookside was looking for me. I was headhunted.
Okay.
Actually no, I did an interview, but they looked for me twice. Mara kwanza niliwalet.
Now hold on.
Yes.
You're still doing digital comms.
Yes.
And and they're headhunting you because you're really, really good at this.
Ako strategic.
Yes.
Ni strategic. Cheki who's strategic.
Ndio maana hujai kuwa headhunted. Kwa strategic.
By them strategy ndio. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, so nikatoka so venye there's no more travel, and I felt like Brookside spoke more to my marketing background than NGO, so nilidhani Brookside would be a good strategic move, and I went there. But after my boss aliquit after 6 months, na ni NGO alikuwa anaelewa mambo ya digital. Unajua Brookside unfortunately runs like a parastate also. The next of the 6 months I was there, ni kufungua tu laptop kukaa na kuangalia around because nothing digital was working. Them they are used to selling, you know. They sell without digital marketing anyway. So I never did something for 6 months.
Let me ask a bit of detail. So how different is it from when the boss is there and when he's not there? Give me just like a small...
Because the boss pushes your narrative. He believes in digital. He knows because in Brookside, the boss comes from an international space. Every time because they are merged with another company, right? So every marketing director comes from a different country. So they are more exposed to this kind of marketing and digital marketing, and they know how much intense and impact digital marketing can be. So you know your boss will push for the budgets, for your campaigns, for your proposals. So akienda, you have no buffer na kabla mwingine akuje, it takes a while.
Okay.
So alienda January, na between January na June I promise you I was just posting ile tu yenye una post organic. Nothing like nafungua tu laptop. I even joined school. I went back to do CIM, Chartered Institute of Marketing, because
there was nothing that was going on now.
And then I came back to the social movement.
So the NGO side of things.
And then nikasema sitoki huko tena.
But I'm curious, how did you get into like the NGO ni?
So
tunafaa tuongeleshe nani mimi na
unajua vile umetuona hapa.
Nasikia UN men inafunguliwa, tunafaa tuingie mimi na maikuwa.
It doesn't get more money than me and Bashir.
It work for you people. So before I called myself a Pan-African feminist, I didn't even know that term up until maybe 4 years ago, right? Or 5 years ago. Me, I knew, I didn't know even about activism, but I was very deep into fairness and justice back at home. Kani naosha kikombe, kila mtu atosha nyumba. Like like actually my siblings had nicknamed me social justice kind of thing because I really. So when I'm just giving you that background. Now coming now to NGO and how I applied. For me, when I saw this vacancy announcement and they were looking for a feminist, then I had learned what a feminist is. But this is a journey you will never fully be. You learn as you go, right? Yeah. So me nikasema, bro, I am a feminist as well. I want to use my digital
abilities,
knowledge to create impact and awareness for your job. Nikajitetea.
Ukajibonga. Ukasema tu mambo yako.
But also I feel like that was the first ever cover letter that came from my heart. Honestly and
really?
Yeah, that was the first cover letter that I did not Google to see how to write a cover letter.
After template.
That is the first time I described myself for who I really am, and whatever I wrote there was who, and nikajena wakaninyamazia for 3 months alafu wakani call.
Mambo ya kampuni na kwanga hivyo lazima kutreat hivyo usitry
kuona kama unaweza work under pressure.
Ni ukweli.
Ndio unaweza kwa month ya pili uanze kutusi watu kwa email. Kwendeni na hii kazi yenu. Kaeni
ukiria ati pia na wewe.
Bana muamue kama mnaniandika kazi. Mimi nataka hapa kwa nyumba kwani
niko na vitu za kufanya msinione hivi. I am strategic. So so you're saying there's this thing you have about justice.
Yes.
And also the letter you wrote, you're now walking into your feminist angle, you're Pan-African. So where does this stem from?
I think, I don't know, the way your mother raises you, she also doesn't know or didn't know about feminism, but there's just the way she raises you to know this. And I'm a last born but also a black sheep. So alafu nilikuwa mtukutu. Let me not nilisumbua sana, but so kujitetea na ingisha justice.
Okay, makes sense. You're just trying to wiggle your way out of a situation. You say, let there be justice.
Yes.
My last born pia wanakuanga na ile story ya fairness. Yeah, like other siblings unajua wanakuanga ni test. Like hao wanakuanga ni guinea pigs too, because your parents are trying. But by the time nakufikia wewe unakuanga ule I know hakuna, kila mtu anaosha vyombo yake. Hakuna kukandamizwa. Kwa hii nyumba tunahitaji fairness. We are all Pan-Africans hapa.
No, by the way, let's tukae kwa hii meza tuelewane. Please. So that was you.
That was me.
So you've always had that ni kabisa in
Yes, and then now I came to actualize and learn, because now from that it was Feminist was my first organization. There are Pan-African regional feminist organization. That's where I came to learn, and it was the trips we go to, it's workshops where you go and learn the different in context. Same ukienda Zambia, you're going to learn in their context whatever is going on. Say if that topic then is sexual rights. You get to learn their examples of what they're going through and all that, and then it instills in you more like, no, we need to get this world right, because you hear things. You hear things, and then other workshops is to also you learn. You are taken somewhere to just learn about feminism and all that. So I think from that and just learning from different countries how social injustice is, it fueled more. And then I came to learn there's feminism. But there's Pan-African feminism and there's African feminism.
Distinguish these things for us, if you will.
We are not fighting the same fight as white people, right?
Okay.
Shida yetu sisi. Ours, when white women are asking for their rights, they're not asking for rights to go to school. Them for them their system allows them to go to school. Huku unapata bado the marginalized community do not get to do. They don't for them, when they are asking for their rights, they're not talking about menstrual health kind of topics. Their topics are far off because they are way advanced. Their systems are working better than African. So when you separate these things, it's because you're becoming intentional and you are looking at feminism through a lens of an African woman, which is quite different from a white woman.
So it's not like a blanket answer to all that.
Because also tukiongelea mambo nyingi, nastaki kwenda deep mambo na reparations na cancelling the debt na nini. Most of the problems we are going through in tuseme hata Kenya It's brought about by the global north, the majority world, which also white women partake. Now, ukienda hizi places, I'll give one example. One time, the first time I left Africa was Germany. I'm not going back.
Germany.
You're not going back?
I'm not going back.
Why?
It was a fight inequality type of workshop. We were 65. Only 3 people were my color. Right? Mara kwanza I felt nothing. You know, hizi vitu was happening instantly. You feel nothing. You are just there. You are changaing. I personally think I'm funny.
Was it all ladies?
It was no. It was a mixed.
Okay.
Mix. And only 3 people were my color. Alafu nakumbuka mara kwanza ilikuwa fun. Like, oh my God. Alafu ilikuwa Berlin, ilikuwa huko kwa Bundus. Yes. Mnapelekwa place ya retreat ya kurelax. And then kulikuwa na vitu zina happen and you realize sana only the people who have been there for a long time wananini. So kuna hii kitu inaitwa BIPOC. Ni people of color. I forget what it usually, but people of color. So that Black Americans, Mexicans, Indians and all that. So wakakutana mahali complain about a few things because they feel they are being
secluded
somehow.
Complain about things within the workshop.
Yeah. So si mimi nikawa join because I want to see one more. Mimi BIPOC. When I came to learn that kuna
levels to BIPOC.
Kuna levels
BIPOC pia wanabagua.
Pia wanabagua.
Check haya sawa tuweke mikono tuone rangi. No.
Not you. Yvonne, please. Strategic you may be lakini hapa please.
So hata rangi accent yako tu inakutoa kwa hesabu. That's when you come and learn kuna BIPOC, kuna how, alafu kuna an African woman who it's her first time out of Africa. When I tell you I'm a loud person and I'm a very vocal person, but then I couldn't even say anything. Actually I cried and because now it was my turn to speak and I was like I just want to go.
I have a question. So you felt unwelcome, sindio?
It felt like first of all, I can't even relate to what you are saying, and also whatever you are complaining about doesn't even involve me. Like I'm not even included in whatever you think you are being secluded at. Like you feel this group feels secluded, yeah?
Okay.
But me being even part of that group, I'm not even included in that group. When they are speaking on their issues and all that, I feel nothing. Like I'm not even involved in it. Like I felt so tiny, so little, like I didn't have a voice. So it's so important to be very intentional with your feminism or whatever you choose. You know, you can choose not to even call yourself a feminist, but it needs to be very intentional, and representation really matters. And I think something also that just turned everything around for me, and you can see it in my content. I am very intentional and I love representation. I like representing women who look like me. Because tuseme watu watasema plus size haihesabiangu the ladies who are apple-shaped. And apple-shaped, I mean the way they say the Nyeri woman shape. You know, where you are big at the top and narrow at the bottom. That they don't call that.
They don't consider that.
You are not, when they say plus size, they'll bring a model who is big with a tiny waist, big butt, big boobs. Like you'll never, before me, I've never seen anyone who created content for someone who looked like me before. And when I decided to come to the camera and speak about that, it was first of all a very it was the most scary thing I've ever done, because you know the backlash and the trolls, but the amount of the way that content was received, I've never looked back. The number of women who pour their hearts in my DMs about these issues, it just shows representation is important.
So at that time, were you anti-social? Yeah.
So anti-social is because, once again, I also insist I'm very funny.
You're very funny.
No, we're very funny. Me and you. Because tulijenga hiyo jina pamoja.
Yeah, me and you.
Tutaongea about representation ya dollars kwa account yangu.
Niki decide anti-social, it was just, I used to go by Genius Blonde.
Yes.
Because I loved blonde hair, but I felt like I actually have something to say, like I'm a genius, self-proclaimed. But now I was looking, because Genius Blonde was so Twitter, and I didn't want to be associated with Twitter anymore. So I was like, I need now 2022, I was like, now I need a name. I find fun in having names like that. I know I still use Yvonne Ndirangu, but antisocial was kwaken. It just came immediately, like antisocial. I'm not antisocial, I'm very social, but antisocial.
Why anti?
also I felt like where I'm coming from with my educative content. Yeah,
like a big sis
yeah,
type
it feels
thing.
yeah, and actually even my audience, most of them are younger than me.
Yeah, you have a young girl demographic.
It is.
What are they going through right now? What are they saying to you in your DMs, in your comments? Nini wanataka tu?
Unajua mi kama umeangalia page yangu, it's a lot ya. Asubuhi niko gym. Katikati ya siku niko work from home in a dera.
Yeah.
With very bad hair. Alafu I travel, and then now I have the fashion, I have the lifestyle.
Yeah.
So it's a lot, and it's like I meet them at every point of their life.
Yeah.
So the gym goers, I even know, like nikishaona message huyu najua ini about gym.
Yeah.
Kuna wenye about fashion, because actually kuna the ton of things I get from my is anti-social give us ideas of what we are going to wear for this event. Now that's majority, because for me fashion content is the major unique of mine, and then now when I travel my views blow up, because people really want to see the other side. But you know what that has stuck, and what people really is the relatability, where maybe this life at this point for them is not attainable right now, is not reachable, or they're not experiencing right now. But I make it feel like it's attainable.
So it's like aspirational content.
Yeah.
You aspire to be like antisocial.
Yeah, and I hate using aspire, because there's a power dynamic with it. Yeah, it feels like I'm operating from the top.
You kind of are a little bit.
I do, but also it's to show them, that these things,
it's
first
possible.
of all, I'm not traveling mostly for leisure. Sometimes I do when I have saved my pennies, but also I remind them, when you see me traveling for leisure, you see it's once a year.
Yeah.
Before I even travel for that, it's 4 months of planning. And it means it's cheaper when I plan 4 months, and I give them that breakdown to make it like, you can also do this. It's not unattainable, but I know I come from an aspiration, but I mind my language.
Yeah.
So looking at your page, you're very lively, bubbly, confident.
Yes.
But then you also say you're antisocial a little bit.
I'm not antisocial. It was just a play on words. I'm not antisocial at all. I'm very social.
Akiwa tu Germany peke yake.
Germany ndo wanamjaribu.
Germany ndio wanafanya kuwa introvert.
The test comes, I'm 87% extroverted.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you actually really are. And I think just to add to what you're saying is, like, obviously when you say aspirational, there's a power dynamic. Yes. But the only way to bridge that is by showing the other side.
Exactly.
I won't even lie to you. Me, if RG starts flying me around, people will never know it's RG flying me around. They'll be like, yo, your boy has made it. I've caught the bag. Now let's spend the bag. You guys are struggling, me, I'm here. And that's what a lot of people do.
Yeah.
They don't really reveal the source of all this travel and exactly. So someone will take advantage of, they're traveling for work, but they'll be like, I'm manifesting a trip, I'm seeing sandy beaches and me, bro, umenda conference, acha kutu. By bro, I mean me, nantafanya hivyo. I have not, but for you, I get, when you're saying you're relating to like, younger people who you want them to see that it's possible, like the distance between where they are and reaching like a level like that is like being honest to the point where you even show them, when this is my doing, this is my plan, this is me traveling out of my own pocket, and then now this is me traveling for work, and there's a difference between that. So my question to that is, like, how important is social media to like sort of create that sort of to reach that type of community, because you talk about being a Pan-African feminist and all that, like, how has social media helped in creating that awareness?
I'll tell you this, when you leave the power to everyone, narratives will be created, and if you have a chance to change that narrative, you do it, right? If not everyone can be a content creator, for sure, but I do. I have that in me. I am a storyteller. I love telling stories. Sometimes it buckles, you get solo engagement, but for me it was like, if I don't come and share this with you, it's letting another person do another
step in,
and as you said, a lot of people when they travel and they do these things, they make it seem like
a lot of people.
It's me, it's them doing this. But for me, it's showing this other
mimi usijaribu kuleta Mungu kwa hii conversation,
please.
Yeah, so I think for me it's important for social media to represent the people, your type of people. And it's also for you to show people that this is what life can be, and this is what life is. And it's okay to be honest, and it's okay to be fine, to be not fine. I think it's just, someone said this. I mean, I'm trying to look for the language, but someone said this. To complain sana about AI inafanya. But if you let AI just stay there, ifanye vitu, people keep on feeding it, right? And people, there's the blue pill, red pill, whatever, they'll feed it things, but if you are an African feminist and you're like, AI is doing too much for the environment, but it's still there. It is for us to also feed it content for African feminists and whatever. It's for us to keep it, because before it would be ukiitisha picha ya an African woman, it's just funny things, right? But the more you feed, of course, machine learning and everything, it lands, right? So that's the same thing with social media. If you can do something about it, but you let people just run narratives out there, and people will go with that narrative. People will assume that is the actual life. But if you have a way to show that people, this is the other side of the coin, and you can have a lovely life, but also a realistic life. I think it's important.
So you touched on body positivity.
Yes.
So like, how does, especially a young girl, because I interact with women, some of them like, you know,
you do. Why don't I believe you?
You interact with women and you find that this is one like specific thing that some women really struggle with, like just accepting who they really are. Now, how do you arrive at that point, especially like for the young girls who are listening and like, hey man, I just want to be comfortable with how I look, who I am?
Jules from over 25, because also as a content creator, I'm a very huge consumer of content. I consume a lot of content internationally and locally. She once was trying to articulate, and umeshaona mtu anatafuta point na uko nayo, but yako kwa YouTube unasikia kama unaweza mwambia you get exactly what she was saying.
Fanya aje? Najua.
She said that whatever you feel like you're struggling with is it's something you are given by the universe to change. Whatever you feel like you're struggling with,
it's your burden to carry and
share, and it's
to amplify in a way.
Exactly.
Okay.
And for me, it spoke, because I used to think of doing the body positivity kind of content, but also I don't like saying body positivity, because what is that? But anyway, that is a conversation for another day. So, but for me, I'm like, okay, I struggle, because also I'm coming here looking confident at I have sorted out everything in my head, but it is really okay. Now she like tied the ribbon on top of everything. So when I came here and came forth, it always depended on how people will receive this message and the amount of messages I've received, because also this is not something some people even put it in the comments. The brave ones put it in the comments when they are sharing their story, but the amount, I was like, I cannot let this go. I cannot let this go. And you have seen the lifestyle that is currently here about weight loss and people pushing that. Ozempic. You know, I think it's so important.
He's laughing.
I think it's so important for people like me to continue sharing, because also, Jopia, that's a choice, and it's also fine. You know, some people, you don't know what they're battling with. For me, it's to be like, whatever decision you're making, let it come from loving yourself. You know? Let it come from loving yourself. Me, I go to the gym 5 times a week. You know, but
what do you do?
Bro, I deadlift 100 kgs. Niko angoja uniulize hivyo.
Umefanya makosa sana kijana.
Nime
But unajua pia gym si solution. unajua because pia inakupeanga complex flani,
but it's a step, it's a
good step,
it's a really,
and it's the healthiest way you can do things,
kwa sababu unajua alikuwa amesema another word that starts with an O hapa.
Alafu unajua lakini utangoja results ni kama zitatoka. Me have been in the gym for 3 years, okay, also on and off, but also it's you can't do that gym and you can't stay consistent if it's not stemming from love, loving
it
yourself.
Needs to come from inside.
You will lose all the weight, but if you don't love yourself,
you still look at yourself.
So you need to do all this work for yourself. You need to find the joy in the little pockets of joy in your life. And right now venye tunakapitia hapa East Africa, it's so important. So I feel like social media, it's important to show this other side of bro, because even me nikikapitia, not that I can come and tell people online exactly what I am going through, but I can be like, hey, I am down, I cannot do this for Nini, I'm going to take a break and then I'm going to be back. But I think it's just important to show that you can love yourself while also working on yourself.
Do you think Mama Jirani ameset women back and the feminists back?
You know what? No, because na nilisema hivi.
So funny how you immediately just know who I'm talking about.
Yes.
Anyway, go ahead.
Because I have grown up seeing men fail every day. I have grown up seeing presidents fail every day. I have never had a question.
She's cooking.
I've never had a question. Do you think Museveni? Lakini unajua you can't sijaisikia, do you think nani has set men back? You know, that's a personal nini amefanya. It should never reflect on a women's nini. And for us, what we ask for, it's actually not a women's leadership. We want a feminist leadership, because feminism fights a system. It does not fight gender.
What does a feminist leadership look like? Just like it doesn't necessarily have to be spearheaded by a woman, you may say?
Actually, no. It has to be with a woman.
Oh, okay.
I think you're getting ahead of yourself.
Usiende sana.
Kwani you want to lead a feminist movement?
But also that is a radical. That is a radical thought. Some people
to say it doesn't have to be.
But you know what? What I can say is we need leaders to adopt feminist policies. We need leaders to adopt feminist policies. It can be a man leading, but they adapt the feminist solutions we have provided. Feminist solutions come where we are also centering women and girls and children. Because patriarchal system has really privileged the men. We have seen that, and it's not a gender war. It's just that when you are making policies around economic justice, tax, debt, and all that, you have had this CFTA coming, that the free trade agreement. Who is the biggest farmer? Who toils the land?
The woman.
Exactly.
Is it?
Yes.
It was
biggest
a 50-50 chance. I'm proud of yourself. Look at you.
It is the woman. But women don't own land. In Kenya, only 1% of women own land.
Damn, that's crazy.
You know?
Yeah.
It's things like that. Because so when you say free trade agreement and the woman the biggest farmer, how is it? What are the things you've placed? It's women who do more unpaid care work, and the unpaid care work, it's not a bad thing. You know, you labor, you give birth, you take care of the children. Unpaid care work is not, but it needs to be recognized that there is actually, like, it is to be seen that this is a woman who's going to work but also has this other side of unpaid care that it's not being considered and it's not being accounted for, right? So for a leader, we want them to adopt feminist solutions. And as I've said, feminist solutions do not target gender. It is equal opportunities, and it is a world where we look at debt in a very juu ukiangalia kenye inaendelea saizi ni mtu tu ana millions zake billions zake ana tunini na si pia nyinyi mnaumia.
Kama kuna kitu tunafanya kuumia.
Umejuaje?
Unajua?
Kwani tunakaa ni kama nakwambia usivai hiyo jacket.
Sasa mbona Yvonne ametuliza tu hivyo kati naumia shwali.
Cheki si hata nyinyi mnaona, si mko na kio,
mnaona mnaumia.
That's true. And if I can interject to that. Whenever we talk about feminism and all that, it's always about, you know, empowering the girl child and it's sort of being like, by empowering the girl child, it seems by the way people perceive it is like the only way to empower the girl child is like by
at the cost of the
boy child. And the truth is, you can do both. Like, you can have female empowerment and male empowerment, and we can have a better society. But that's not how it's not fun to say it that way.
It is not.
It's not controversial enough, and that's why, like, on social media, it's always gender wars, us against them, which is not the truth.
It is not.
But the truth is, the boy child is really PTRing.
Now it's for you people to see that, and for you to create. Because
we are on our own with that one. We are out to advocate at on any level whatsoever.
UN men. Me na my kwan. Tunaenda kufound.
Not UN men, but I agree. But I agree, because the suicide rate for men is quite
crazy.
high.
So this month is men's mental health month.
Is it?
Yeah, like I was seeing the statistics. I think every minute, like, a man commits suicide.
You remember Nani told us that that statistic. She said I don't know, large percentage of people who try suicide are women. Yeah. But the biggest majority of people who die trying suicide are men. So men
are more successful at committing suicide. They see it through.
Yeah, they use more fertile ways. Yeah. I would also say this, like, someone said, like, you know what you've said, like, sometimes the woman gets empowered and then it feels like it's at the cost of the boy child. Yeah. Someone was making a case that maybe that's why, like, as a result of that certain honor, like the red pill, you have the rise of people in the internet who are like akina, like really super masculine, like very anti.
Tuliambiwa mazee atufai kukaa a certain way. Hizo rules inakuwa mingi.
Mazee kuna ingine niliona juzi.
Ingiliaji prezo.
Cross your legs.
Umeweka picha ya prezo, deputy president, alafu unasema zamani you're not supposed to.
It's so hilarious, mazee. It's like a real man doesn't cross his legs like that.
Moge na majibaridi. Real man ananini.
Hiyo story ya real man mazee zimekuwa mingi sasa. So just another question to ask. I think we agree on, like, you can empower one gender, and one gender can be able to advocate for their own rights and for their own solutions without it being looking like it's anti the other gender. It's sad that now it's not controversial to say those things. It's not fun. It's true. It's not as volatile as and
it
social
bring
media
engagement.
Thank you so much. If I go now and I start doing a podcast about talking about what actually is true, people won't watch it. People want outrage. They want, and unfortunately, a lot of people just want views and they want to make $1 in the expense of what is actually happening on the ground. A question is, I looked at your profile, and a lot of the female friends I have right now, like, I enter their profile on social media. Soft life, my friend. Soft life. My question is soft life an act of defiance? If you think about it, like, just expressing yourselves in that way of luxury, just like we're doing it. We are making that money, and we are not afraid to show.
It's like in your face now. It's 2025.
Is it like a big FU to the establishment,
to the system, to, like, you held us back one time. We couldn't even know. Now look at us.
Nione mwalimu wanne.
Hebu ona mwalimu wa maths.
By the way, anakuanga wanaume. Mwalimu wa maths hapa ni wapi? That's sort of the.
It could be a resistance, It could be because before even me saying travel, I've traveled all that while at 35, single, without a kid, was mind-boggling. Like, it was unheard of, right? So I can imagine for now it's women taking back that, like, we have been equated to labor so much. Like, for us, it's for us to, you finish campus, you find a husband, you get 5 children, you give birth, you take care of those children. Like, what was defined as a woman was so much labor. So I can see that's resistance of showing that now here I am earning my money and I can do anything with it. But also that rhetoric can always, as usual, as everything else, too much of it can be very dangerous, right? Because it is for what I have seen as the dangerous side of that is people thinking they can achieve that in their 20s. People thinking that people finding quick ways to try and achieve that. And that's why it is so important, if you are sharing this side of soft life, to also show how you are getting there. right?
Give the back
that's very important. If you're gonna show the nice fruits, show them the work as well. This is what goes into it.
My audience knows the amount of work I do in a week. They know because I have my spend the day with me. I juggle around 3 jobs. I have a full-time, I have a part-time, and then I have another one. I even employed my friend, and then now I have content creation as a hobby, and I get to show them this other side of me working. And
what are your 3 jobs, these ones that you even employed?
I work at Womankind Worldwide. It's a charity organization as a comms officer. And then I work as a digital communications consultant at NAWI, the collective, which is a Pan-African feminist organization for economic justice or political economy. Crystal, don't kill me if I've butchered that. That is part-time, and they know of each other. It's something you declare when you join an organization, and it's for you to find a way to work around it. And then there's Collective Threads, which focuses on survivors of human trafficking. That is quite new, but all of this I do digital comms, and because my work involves that, I find a way to bring in my content creation. Is that
so you can make it fun,
to make it fun, and also I think content creation has helped me bring that fun angle to my work, because I get to learn how to tell stories. I'm telling stories every day. If I'm not telling on my page, I'm at Womankind trying to tell a story.
As a admitted feminist, Pan-Africanist, what are your views on like marriage, bearing children?
Bro, feminism is for you to make an informed decision. And for feminism is for people to have options to be a mother, because we can't deny that people who love being a mother. There are people who love marriages. Marriage is not a bad thing, honestly. Sometimes nikiona locust
ukiona locust nini inafanyikanga
hivyo? Oh my god, I need to get married because
locust.
Ukiona locust,
kill it, okay. But that's all a lighter note. I think that feminism brought options, and it made it possible that if me, Yvonne, I choose to be single forever and alone and build a community around that, it is fine. If I choose to be a mother at 40, it is fine. If I choose to be a stay-at-home mom, it is fine. It is for someone to make a decision out of options. Before, it was never an option to be single. You had to be married. Before, it was never an option, because also if you even want to open a bank account, it has to be through a man. But right now, the feminists, the women who have gone before us have really made these things possible for us. What they have brought is options for us. And also, there's that internalized misogyny that we have because of how you are raised. Because me, I've been raised to know that the step is after I finish school, I get married, I have children. And it's hard to navigate that as a grown-up now, when you feel like, oh wow, I'm now 28, no prospect, 32, no prospect. It still is, and that's why I say feminism is a journey, because we have internalized a lot of things. So that's my stand. People, do you, bro.
So we have a lot of people here, Maze. We have like 15 people watching now. So we have Dennis Mwaura anasema hi Yvonne. Watu wanajitetea mapema. Dennis you know him?
Yeah.
Nashanga hii jina sijawahi ona hapa.
Akona fans.
Cheki, after hivi baki hapa. Nataka kuona on Monday.
Anaitwaje?
Dennis Mwaura.
Okay.
Tukuone hapa. Emmanuel Kisiangani, who's my co-host, he's in Luandeti, he's in Ocha, ameenda kuangalia choo yake. Anasema greetings from Luandeti massive. We have Man News. Anasema Manu alienda wapi? Manu mazee ameenda kutulia kiasi. Unajua uzee imeanza catch up. Twitter Gatero anasema conversation moto tena sana. Love the honesty. Bashir, I am with you. Mimi nikienda hata business breakfast. Trust me, natesa na hizo picha for months. Lazima ancestors wajue natesa. Hapo niko na wewe. Mimi msiniulize nimetoa wapi. My host is saying great guest. Mzee amesema great guest akae kama moto mingi sana. Watu wengi wana miss Manu. Cheki mimi ndo niko. Manu akwende mumtafute huko. So we have a lot of people wenye wamebambika sana about this conversation. We have I think actually like 2 minutes.
Okay.
But you're still here with us until unaona hata sijafikia swali zangu. Nimesema wacha mic aanze. Alafu ndo mimi niingie na zile zangu moto. So Another question I have, if you can answer in a very short time.
Yeah.
How hard is it to build a community?
Oh, the most difficult thing, guys. Like, algorithm shows you dust. It has been hard. See, it only takes it when it takes off, it takes off. But Instagram has been hard because of the algorithm and how it's set up. But also it's the way I've had to build a community is by staying true to myself. It has always been that, because can you imagine how many fashion creators are out there? How many people are attempting this? So that, and for TikTok, salute, it loves the authenticity and relatable content. So for me, it hasn't been hard, but I have seen people struggle.
What platform do you think you connect with the most? What do you like?
I was telling Bashir, TikTok came after Instagram for me, and TikTok has more followers, but on Instagram I have a community of people, so I feel more connected on Instagram with my people. But TikTok is volatile. It's up and down. But Instagram has a stability, and it's like I even know their names. Even when we meet outside, then they're like antisocial. I'm like, oh, Caroline, because I'm also very intentional with my community. I know them by their names.
Like you sort of have to be, because we also I'm a comedian, he's a comedian. We're also trying to build a sort of a community. I did my first stand-up comedy special on Saturday.
Shameless clack it.
And what I realized is because now I had the website, everyone was buying a ticket, was someone I knew one way or another. They were actually si watu wengi sana wenye walibuy ticket who I don't really know. So
that's how it starts.
That's how it starts. Like you start from like people that you know, and then now once you build trust in those people and you continue building that community, and then now that's how it grows. So we're gonna have this conversation. We are still with Yvonne up to the top of the hour. That is like 9:30. Let's get into this. We'll be back.
Good talk.
The laughter is rising. The taste of home fills the air. The Somali Cultural and Arts Festival 2025 is here from the 28th to the 30th of November at Two Rivers Mall. Celebrate the beauty of Somali heritage through dance, food, art, storytelling, and fashion that defines identity. Where the young meet the wise and the world meets Somalia. Experience 3 unforgettable days of unity, creativity, pride, food, laughter, and togetherness. For more information,